Okay, this morning we're working one of our dolphin peacocks. These fish are descended from a male hybrid that I got out of the greenhouse one sump years ago. He had a hump, he was an OB. I decided, well, I'm going to give him a bunch of females from our peacock lines, golds, orange, party colors, blues, blue OBs, all of those are OBs, and started developing different dolphin OB lines. This was our Blue OB dolphins. We lost the breeding colony in the winter storm. We had very few fish, little fish survive. The adults did not handle the winter storm cold temperatures and the high ammonia levels because of all the dead fish. About 85% of our inventoried fish died. It took us a while to get that out. Our plant filters quit working well because of the cold temperatures. We had 6 days of sub-freezing temperatures. So ammonia spiked and caused a lot of losses too. So we started rebuilding this breeding colony. We had 2 young males, I'm going to show you them in a minute, and 14 females. Let's see. 14 females, 4 of which were non-OB, and I'll discuss those in a minute. The others were OBs. One of those OB females died. They were all little. So small breeding colony. How many did we get out of this?
110.
We got 110 juveniles out. That doesn't count all the fry and stuff that remained in the 300 because we don't net those out. Little fish just don't handle being moved very well. So let's take a look first at the 2 breeder males. I'm not really happy with them. They were little when we set them up. They've grown. While they're good fish, I'm going to tell you why I don't like them so much. This one makes a better party color. I do kind of like his color though, but he's not as blue as I'd like. And this guy's got a little too much red in him for a Blue OB. But we go with what we have. We're going to look at 3 young males now. I really like him. Not as a Blue OB, but he's almost a green. He may get his own females at some point. Let's take a look at the 3 young males I set aside to look at. I think, where do I have those? Right over here. And wipe this off again. As the temperature goes up in here, the water is cooler, and so it's going
to be a nice one.
Yeah, he's going to be nice. These 2, this guy obviously a son of that other one. I'm going to add him to the breeding colony. And these 2 will go in with our BRUs to look at again next time. And like I say, that I may go for a green OB. I'm sure Susie's happy to hear me trying to come up with another strain. But it goes with my theme that we need to rebuild Greenhouse 3 as primarily a greenhouse for 300-gallon cichlid breeding vats and 110-gallon vats for raising shrimp and scuds, which does allow us to move stuff out of 1 and 2 to make more room for growing up little fish. Okay, let's take a look at females. First, these are how many did I write down over there? 15 young, hopefully females, that are offspring of those 2 males. They're young, and a couple of those may end up being young males. It's really hard to sex at that size and age. Let's take a look at the non-OB females that I'm going to go ahead and put in here just because I don't have enough fish. And because mated to an OB male, they will either produce 100 or 50% OBs, depending upon whether the male is homozygous for OB or heterozygous for OB. And judging from the numbers we got of OB to non-OB offspring, both of our males are probably heterozygous for OB. So these females mated to them will produce approximately 50% OBs. The rest will be nice royal blue dolphins. That female's got some nice blue color in her. So they'll go down here to go back to the breeding colony. It's a nice big female. Like she's got some blue in her too. Now let's show the OB females and discuss them. Oops. Fortunately, they fell in the bucket. Got greedy and tried to get too many fish at once. Okay, wipe this glass off. I really like that female. Some people would call that a male, but it's definitely a female. It looks male because it's got egg spots, it has a lot of color. Same thing with this one, that's a good female. These are all big enough to easily sex. Very, very nice fish. They have most of these have more gold in them than I like for a blue OB. But as we get more and more fish to choose from, I'll shift away from these gold females. Okay, so I'm going to put these guys up in their 300-gallon vat, along with those 15 young females. Added that little male. He probably won't get much breeding done, but next time he will probably replace one or both of those males. That'll give him a good place to grow up. That female has some nice color too. A nice blue in her. But too much gold, but we'll go with what we have. This one looks like it would be a good selection of put with that greenish male, those two greenish males. Okay, I'm going to put these guys up. Good fish keeping.